Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Cathryn, and I am a psychic intuitive medium, and I am with my co-host today, Brandon Hauser. Brandon, how are you?
Hello, doing well here, Kathy. How are you?
I am doing good. Just we're not skipping or anything like that, right? Because I think I have all of my internet off, but I want to make sure that everything is going good here. I think that everything is good so far. So
I think so. I think we're good.
yeah,
I'm not seeing anything.
Perfect.
Although mine might be glitching a little bit because I've been having some computer issues here. So
okay. Well, if
please
we
bear
start
with me.
glitching, guys, just post in the comments. And so, listen, there's something that we need to talk to you guys about. And we have
to talk.
We have to talk. And we've been struggling with this all week. Thank you so much to anybody who's new and watching. We truly appreciate it. If this is your first time on the show, we do ask you to go over if you do have a question. Brandon doesn't get to see all of the questions that come through on I Want to the I Want to Believe channel or through Facebook. So
Yes.
if you do want, to put your name in for a reading, go over to the YouTube Oracle Intuitions channel, okay? And you can, you have to be a subscriber, so you're going to have to subscribe. It's like a 5-minute subscription or whatever. That doesn't mean you can only stay on for 5 minutes of a subscription. It means that you have to be a minimum subscriber of at least 5 minutes. So give it a couple of, whatever, and then you'll be able to post your question. So, what we want to talk to you guys about today, and this, one of the reasons that we're wanting to talk to you guys about this is twofold. Okay, so we love you guys, and we love the fact that you guys support us every week, and you're here and you're watching, and it means the absolute world to us. We tell you guys every week, like, you guys mean the world to us. I'm going to let Brandon talk about what we're going to be implementing in a minute, but I do want to mention one thing that sort of, I guess, I feel like I personally need to bring up. It may not have to do with Brandon, so I'm not going to, include him in this if he doesn't want to be included. This is my speech. But we do, so this is my job. Okay, so my job is doing readings all week. That's my only job. This is what I do. This is my, how I feed my kids, pay my mortgage, put gas in my car, put food on my table. And, and we come here every week because we, first of all, love you guys. And, second of all, I personally feel like I do want to give back, for the people that not only are supporting the channel, but just because I do like to be able to give back a little bit of what I am privileged to do for others, right? Like, I am living my dream job. So, I mean, for me personally, I truly appreciate everybody. However, this week I encountered something that was kind of bothersome. Okay. Hi, Jay. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Lucy, Miguel, Cliff, Jenny. Thank you guys, to all of you, for watching. And if I'm missing anybody, please forgive me. One of the things that really bothered me this week is, after the show last week, I repeatedly got messages over and over and over from somebody who wasn't able to get a free reading on the show. They didn't want to donate. They didn't want to put their name in, for, to, because we do donations first. And people know that. But so this person repeatedly messaged me afterwards, and and messaged me on all my platforms. And this was a repeated message asking me for my free reading. They wanted their free reading. And I don't do that. Okay. So this is just a personal request. This is just a personal putting it out there. As I said, this is my job. And, not only did, because I'm getting these repeated messages, it wore on me. And, I tried to explain to them, like, this is my job. This is what I do. This is how you can book for a reading, or, this is what you can do with the show. You can either, donate, or you can, wait for the lottery. And they didn't like that. And so they continuously repeated and message me. And guys, I can't do that. I, I'm not going to call anybody out or anything like that. That's why I'm just putting this as an open, because everybody mostly really respects the fact that we do this. We do this for a living. And so I just wanted to make that as a broad announcement, just to say, please do not, please do not do this. It's not, I wouldn't go to your jobs and ask people for something for free. I just wouldn't do that. We put a lot of time and a lot of effort into what it is that we do as readers, as psychics. It's not just a matter of, oh, I get something and, I'm going to spit it out. Like there's been years and years and years of work, of practice and growing and learning, to be able to do what it is that we do. And so I just asking for respect on that. And saying that, I'm just going to turn that over to Brandon, because we are going to just implement something a little bit different. So Brandon, do you want to explain?
So yeah, I'm honestly pretty excited to implement this. It is as a direct result to the popularity of the show and the frequency of users that come on here. Just to reiterate what Kathy is saying, this takes a lot of energy. We essentially take away our own sense of self to connect with you. And so you're not paying for information, you're paying for time.
I just want to mention that this idiot here, we're blocking, just so you guys know. I didn't actually mean to, but when we get crap like this, that is so disrespectful. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep pressing on your guys' things here. I'm just being dumb. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, when you guys see things like that, report it. Report it to Facebook, report it to YouTube. We can get rid of those people. Sorry, Brandon, go ahead.
So what we're deciding to implement here is we are going to do a little bit of a transition here with our donation list. So what happens is, we get lots of people who want that priority, and we spend a lot of time, on one reading. So what we want to do is we still want to be able to give you your time and especially try to give back when you do donate to our show. Again, that money goes all into making the show possible. There's a lot of moving parts that we have to work with, pay for, et cetera, services that we need. So what we're going to do for certain shows, and you should get a heads up about it. Some shows, what we're going to do is we're going to have a limit with the amounts that you can donate to be put on our priority list. One, we want to give the people the chance who come here regularly and support us and who may, not be able to afford to be put on the donation list, but they still have a pressing question they want to answer to. We want to be able to honor those people that are here, showing up, waiting their turn, being respectful, engaging in the chat. We want to be able to give them a better chance of getting a reading, because by the time we get to the end of our donation list, Kathy and I are burnt out after 3 hours of sitting here, not moving and connecting with so many different people. So, we feel bad because we're like, I can't give another reading to save my life right now. Like, I need to go chill out, zone, like not connect with anything right now, not even myself. So what we want to do is we're going to put a donation limit to do priority lists. So we're going to implement this. I think we're going to start this next show, just so that way we give everybody a heads up. So for example, we're going to set a limit of $10. That's going to be the priority list. So in order to be on that priority list, you have to donate $10. If you donate because it just seems like you really love supporting us because you come here time and time again. So if you, for example, donate under $10, what you do is you'll actually get multiple numbers for the lottery. So it gives you a better chance of getting called. So it's like buying extra tickets, right? If you were to donate under that limit. So the reason we're doing this is to really try and give those people a chance who come here time and time again, who are waiting to connect to us, to get a reading. So they have a chance, so that Kathy and I are not burnt out by the end of it. And so we're trying to keep it as fair as we possibly can to help honor those that like helping us and contributing, to what we give, but also those that come here and spend their time with us too. So we're going to start implementing that next show, because as you can see, our donation list just kind of grows as we sit on air and people come in, throughout the duration of the show, which is great. We love it. We appreciate it. But we also want to honor the people that are here time and time again. We really want to be able to give them a chance to connect with us, so we can connect with them. So just a little heads up, that will be implemented for the next show. So when you see it, we might have it in the title, or we might have it in the info box about, there is a limit. And we'll, of course, tell you at the beginning of the show, too, about what's going on. So for today, yes, if you are in the chat, please, if you are submitting questions via Facebook, if you are on the I Want to Believe channel, I am not seeing your questions, so you will not be put on the list unless you pop over to Oracle Intuition's YouTube page. Remember, you need to be subscribed to get a reading. So pop on over to YouTube, Oracle Intuitions. That's where I'm going to receive your question. And that is where I'm going to be able to put you on our list here. If you donate, please tell us in the chat, so that way I can put you on our priority list. So for today, we are still taking whichever amount of donations is fine. But just know next week we are going to implement a little bit of a limit. It's not going to be every show. We'll try and keep it changing a little bit, keep a little bit of variation. But as the show gets more and more popular, we're about to hit the monetization. We're going to have that super chat pretty soon. So that's going to be a lot easier to kind of keep track of. It posts your questions up there, keeps your questions up on our page so we can see them. So we're just rolling with the changes. We're rolling with the success that the show is getting. And yeah, we're excited that you guys are with us on this journey. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool time to watch this channel grow.
I just want to ask Miguel. Miguel, is this for you and Nami, or is it just for you? I couldn't tell. Because I saw that Nami did donate, and I just wasn't sure if Nami was here today or not. So I was just making the donation list, getting that already. So
also, last thing you'll notice is Kathy and I spend about 15-20 minutes per reading that we do with you all. So you might notice that they might not be as long as well. It's hard for us not to keep telling you information when we're connected to you, because it's just natural. So do not be surprised, if we have to cut things a little bit short, because we want to get to everybody. We want to get to everybody who's here. But we have to be conscious, and respectful of our own time. And honestly, I'll tell you this, getting a reading from somebody who's drained, you don't want it. You just don't want it.
It could come
I'm feeling like something or someone is just exhausted, and I'm not sure where that's coming from.
And it could come out just, tree pretty, fire bad, like who knows? we want to be able to, actually tap into the energy, the questions, because this is important to us. We don't sit there and just, I guess the word is willy-nilly, throw something out there. That if you've been watching the show for a while, that we do give you as much information as we possibly.
Oh my gosh, we say like almost everything. We say almost everything we're feeling.
Yeah.
Like last week, you went into somebody's ancestry and like told them about their entire family and life. I'm like, oh my goodness, you are connected to so much, Kathy. Like I have nothing
Thank
else
you.
to add.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was
I
really
love
cool, though. If y'all were here watching this, that was really cool just to see Kathy. I mean, it was like almost like tapping into Akashic records or something. The way you're channeling this energy of this ancestor
Yeah.
for the listener, it was really cool.
You know what? When I can do that, it's amazing. I mean, it's hard to do it all the time, obviously, right? Because it can wear you out.
Well,
But
essentially, what you're doing, you're essentially being a whole other person,
yeah,
and anybody who knows what that feels like can totally relate to the fact that it's like it can be very, very draining.
yes.
Very
And
draining.
even Jay is actually saying when I practice readings, for my development, it does drain you very quick. It does. It can, depending on, like, it doesn't drain me as much as I used to get drained, I guess, but after about 3 or 4 hours, yeah, you're kind of,
Yeah.
hi, Mamie.
Sandra, if you could, love, I see you said, I hate my job. Is there something coming better? I'm going to assume that that's your question for today. If you could just remind us of your zodiac as well, or your
She's a
date of
Virgo.
birth. Virgo.
Virgo.
You remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you can hear this. So I live in an apartment currently, and I'm super excited to get out. But I have some like really loud and obnoxious neighbors. And as we speak, I am listening to somebody practice. I swear it's a tuba or a trombone, and I can hear. Oh, apartment living. I'm so ready to get out.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I got to tell you guys something funny. So my neighbor, I live in, townhouse condos. I own my condo, and I've been here for a long time, and I've had the same neighbors, forever. And unfortunately, my next door neighbor passed away. So the house has been up for sale by his family. And as people are coming over, I'm paying attention to who could possibly be living next to me. And so there's been some pretty cool people that I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind them, right? And then there's been some others that are like, oh, please don't. No. I'm just no. So I've been conspiring with the lady who's selling the house, because she totally understands my plight, and we're like, yeah, what do we do when I see these people come and look at the house? And she's like, just stick your face against the window and start licking the window. That might do it. Or I'll sit outside with all 3 of my snakes and start talking to them like they're my precious.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh yeah, we've been coming up with some. I actually came up, I think, with enough to make a TikTok. So if I could find
there you go.
I think it would be hilarious. Either the other one was go outside and start yelling at my house, like as if I'm yelling at my kid, and be like, "Why do you always have to start fires every single day? Stop with the fires."
Honestly, it would be better if you were just yelling at nobody, so they think that you're just talking to absolutely nothing.
I'm thinking that I'm living with a 16-year-old pyromaniac would be pretty cool too. Even
that
though
could be cool.
not. Yeah.
Or you could say that you're talking to the ghost of the person that died next door.
Oh, that would be so good. Right? Because I don't want to be disrespectful though, because actually he was a really good friend of mine. So, but I'm just, although he would probably agree with me, but he was a good friend of mine. So I wouldn't want to be disrespectful in that way.
True.
But at the same degree, he might understand my plight on that one. So
if you asked him, what would he say about it?
He would agree with me. I know that. But yeah, it's been a challenge, like watching these people come and you're like, oh, please buy the house. Please buy the house. please don't buy the house. Please don't buy the house. So I'm gonna. Oh, Cliff says it's funny, and he knows who I'm talking about. So he knows the house. I think he would agree with me on the neighbor situation, because that was always a topic, of our conversations. So he would participate. He would probably participate in that. Or if he didn't like them, I'm sure that he would find a way to dispel of them in some manner. So, oh yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting, but there's a few things that I've been so tempted to do, because I'm like, no, don't buy the house.
You just got to walk. I think you just got to walk out with your snakes and just hang out with them, talk to them, feed them from your mouth, normal stuff.
Like, do you want your food? Do you want your food? Oh,
just like hold the little rat tail in your mouth and like.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Yes, I can. I 100% can. You love your snakes.
I don't love them that much. Can you imagine? Although I probably would bring the boa constrictor out. He's like 10 feet long. I could bring him out and just let him like hang. Oh, he just loves to hang out. He wants to come over and visit. Oh, will you let him? Will you let him? Can he come and visit? Can he?
Or even better, you just go outside and start looking around everywhere, frantic, and be like, oh, 3 of my snakes got out. Oh God, let me know if you see them.
I like what Cliff says too. I can come and park my bike on your side. Yeah. And then every time somebody comes over, just like rev it, drown out any possible chance of conversation anywhere in the neighborhood. I think that would probably work too. So, but I'm definitely thinking of a TikTok. I am 100% thinking of a TikTok.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Give other people ideas when they're done with the same situation. So guys, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take a 3-minute break. Let me run to the bathroom.
Everybody get comfortable real quick. Just for the list, these are everybody's questions that I have. I have Jenny, I have Asandra, I have Jay, I have Nami, I have Miguel for our donation list. If I missed your name, that means I missed your question. For our lottery list, I currently have Esha and I have Lucy. If I am missing somebody, that means I have missed your name or you did not submit all the information. So please, if you are looking for a reading, pop over to Oracle Intuition's YouTube page. Get off of Facebook, get off of I Want to Believe, and go into Oracle Intuition's YouTube page. Subscribe, so that way you can get into the chat. It'll take you 5 minutes to get there. And once you do, put your first name, your zodiac sign or date of birth, and your question in the chat. That means that I have your question and you are put on that lottery list. I will update that list as we go on. At some point, you may hear Kathy and I put in a cutoff. That means we have cut off the amount of readings that can come in for today, so that way we can finish up at a healthy time. So please hop over to Oracle Intuition's YouTube channel, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up because, we're doing it. And then you will be put on our list. If you have donated, please let me know in the chat so I can put you on our priority list. That way I know, that way Kathy can confirm here, and everybody gets what they need.
Awesome. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you guys back 3 minutes. We will be right back. I think. Hang on.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hello, welcome back. Hello, Renata. Good to see you. Hello, Adam. Good to see you guys too. I hope you are doing really well. All right, let's get into it. Who do we have is first? I believe it's Jenny.
Yes, we've got Jenny up first. So Jenny, Sagittarius, and just looking for a general reading right now.
Okay, Miss Jenny. Okay, I just got to ask you a question. Are you concerned about I feel something about finances or work involved in some way. Is that a concern of yours? If you could just confirm with that, because that's the first thing. I do feel like there's some stress going on. I don't know if it's associated with that at all. But I feel like your stomach's tied up in knots in some way. And I'm also getting like some anxiety. What's going on?
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely feeling
like some anxiety, some stomach maybe in knots, like butterfly. I don't know. It's like you're worried about something. So when I pick up on stuff like that, and again, if you're around, Jenny, if you could just confirm, that would be great. I keep hearing. Okay. First of all, I want to first confirm things are going to be okay, whatever this is. It's going to work itself out. I really feel like this may have something to do with a little bit of anxiety about moving forward. I feel a little bit of doubt in there as well, but it's not. I don't feel that this is enough to hold you back from moving forward. I'm also getting here. Just continue to follow that path. That's what I really keep hearing. Continue to follow your path. Follow that path. So what is that? What is that path? I think it's like moving forward, leaving behind the old, going into new. There is, again, a stress or a worry. I feel like it might have to do in some way to do with finances or work, like maybe a particular job, like a job, moving forward from a job in some way. So what I want to in some way confirm to you, and the general message that I'm getting from your guides is that you've been shown something. Okay, so you have been shown a path, you've been shown a light, you've been shown a way out, you've been, and more opportunities are going to be coming towards you. The more that you have that faith and that trust that things are going, I keep hearing tied up into a pretty package kind of energy. Okay, things are going to get tied up. You may not understand or know the how, the where, the when, all of that, but continue follow the path, and as you're going along that path, you're going to have more presence, I guess. And I feel like presence has to do both with presence, like the actual present, somebody, a present coming from the universe, but also presence, meaning in the now. Okay, so as you continue to follow that path, the presence will bring the presence. If that helps in any way. That's what I really keep getting for you. So continue along what it is that you know that you're supposed to do. Try to release the doubts. It's interesting because I'm also getting shown this, and this is a practice that I have done occasionally, is when we're worried about something, take the worry, okay? And maybe even put it into like a pretend gift wrap, okay? And give it to God. Give it to the universe to sort out. Say, here, just take it, and sort of release it from yourself and give it to God in order to give you back a present, again, by remaining present. So that is the energy that I keep feeling coming in for you at this moment. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
picking up.
I definitely feel that anxious energy. What Spirit keeps showing me is that emotions are totally clouded right now. Um, that there's not clarity in understanding the feelings that are happening. Um, it just feels like, overcast. You can't see clearly. It's like a fog that kind of is hanging around your energy right now, Jenny. What I keep being shown, it very much echoes what Kathy is saying. The way Spirit is communicating it to me is they're saying to tend your garden. You need to tend your garden right now. And they want you to notice what you're burying, or, the ideas, the seeds that you're, burying or planting at this time. Because all these thoughts, so you're showing me that the emotions are affecting all the internal thoughts that are happening, and these thoughts are being buried and they're becoming seeds that might manifest later. So you really need to pay attention to what is your pattern thinking right now. And this is what has to be, I feel, is what has to be addressed, because Spirit is saying that you are in a very important moment. You're on a precipice, of change for your life. And what you bury now is what you're going to see over the next few months. So you really need to notice your roots, you're rerouting. And as you reroot, you want to have full control over that. You want to be very intentional in what you're planting right now. So again, they say tend your garden. So really notice your mind is your garden. It's that space. What are you planting? So you know what is going to be grown at this time. Very, very good advice. I'm not sure Jenny is here, but if you are listening, Jenny, and you didn't catch the beginning of your reading, it started right as soon as the break was over.
Yeah. So we hope that helped. Who is next?
All right. Again, just a little reminder, if you all are on Facebook or the I Want to Believe channel, I will not be able to see your question. So you'll have to pop on over to Oracle Intuition's YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and then put your first name, your zodiac sign or date of birth, and question in the chat. That's how I'm going to receive it. That's how it's going to put you on the list. Again, if you donate, please let us know that you donated so I can put you on our priority list and not just the lottery list.
And if you read the banner at the bottom of the screen, it tells you exactly how to go about to get a free reading. So, or a reading in general. So, all right. I believe Miguel is next.
We have Sandra up next.
Sandra. Okay, Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Sandra, I just have to confirm with you. First of all, are you here? And second of all, is this the new job that we had talked about at one point? Okay. Is that yes that you're here? Or is yes, this is the new job?
I think yes that she's here.
Okay. And is this the new job that we had discussed?
Yeah, that's what her question was. I hate my job. Is there something better coming?
Yeah. Okay, so I can tell you right now, yeah, at the VA hospital. Yeah. So is it because of the reasons that I had told you the last time when you and I had talked? Because I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah, there's something better coming. I do feel that there's some sort of shift or a change that is going to happen. I do feel that you may have to ride this out for just a little bit longer. But you know what? I keep hearing something about a promotion, something about an advancement, something about it's a hot mess. Yeah. Yeah. Is it because of what we had talked about? Because I kind of felt like the last time that we had talked that there was going to be some issues with some of the people there, because of, all the experience and stuff that you had. But I just feel like there's something else coming. There's something else coming. Sandra, I want to give you a definite time frame, But what I am hearing that this might have to continue for just a couple more months. Definitely put out the, put out the applications, put out the vibe. I almost feel like for you right now also, because here's the thing, Sandra, you do have a very powerful energy, same as all of you, right? You, you, Naomi, Miguel. But I also feel like here too is put out that vibration of what it is that you're truly looking for. Start putting that into the job. Okay. Even if it's just a couple of minutes, um, get a couple of minutes in during the day or whatever it is, but really start sending out that vibration of what it is that you're looking for, because I do feel there's some sort of change that's coming through. There's some sort of, again, advancement. I don't know if it's going to stay within the hospital though. Okay. Because I'm kind of feeling like it might be an advancement within possibly the hospital, but I feel like that could have to do with you too, and where you're putting out those resumes, where you're looking for those jobs. But I do feel something coming through. I still want to say about 2 or 3 months. Now, remember, time frames can change. So it could come a little bit sooner, especially if you're really trying to put that vibration out there. I feel like telling you, spend a few minutes in the morning, spend a few minutes at night before you fall asleep. Okay. Maybe even listen to a binaural beat while you're sleeping to help with the vibration. Or, you're going to be able to find one on YouTube. Brandon's got a good one. But it's also like, it's changing that vibration is what I get, because it does feel like during the day you're like, oh God, and you want to kind of switch that a little bit. You want to switch that, but I'm still feeling 2 or 3 months, maybe possibly. Okay. Where this could, still be affecting you. Okay. Or where you're still going to have to kind of stay within that energy a little bit, or stay within the energy of the hospital, not your own energy. Faster you change your own energy, I feel something coming through. Okay. That's what I keep getting. Yeah. Nami says, I use beats off of YouTube. Very relaxing. Yeah. There's a lot of binaural beat meditations, or even just, meditations for helping change your vibration while you're sleeping. That can be really, really beneficial. And if you don't mind a little bit of, so you can look for the ones that don't need headphones, or you can wear the headphones totally. There's a variety of them. So I'm also getting something about your root chakra is coming through. Root chakra energy is coming through, which really talks about safety and security. So I do feel that maybe doing a little bit of root chakra work may help. Okay. So I hope that helps. Yes,
So
keep
Sandra,
meditating at work. Yes.
So Sandra, I want to address two things. One, I want to address just the energy I feel with you at your current place of work, but also I want to address what Spirit is showing me as far as new work coming in. So the first thing that I'm connected with, your energy being where you currently are with this job, immediately what Spirit shows me is that it's not only just a physical drain, it's more so a mental drain. And they're specifically showing me that this is draining you from third eye, which is a really weird place, I think, to get drained. But it's as if it's taking away your vision, taking away your creativity, taking away your, internal reliance on yourself. And they show me that you're like, it's almost like you're losing a sense of yourself. You're losing a part of yourself. You're getting further and further away from who you feel you really are. So it does absolutely feel like it is a drain for you to be there in a lot of different ways. Not that I don't think you can handle it, but like you said, you hate it, and it's not something about it feels like it conflicts or creates friction with the core of who you feel you really are. So I'm asking about, you getting a new job, and immediately what Spirit is showing me is that there is they're showing me for you to rely on your network right now, because they're showing me an energy of a good friendship that you have, and that a job opportunity is likely to come from this connection. They're showing me that there's somebody that you're talking to. You have good rapport as friends. You may have worked together in the past, or potentially, it could just be a good friend. They are showing me that it is somebody at a distance. So that's why they're really emphasizing this network energy. So whomever your network is. I heard a quote recently, and I really liked it. And they said, your network determines your net worth. So when you hold good people in your network, that have good energy, it kind of raises your own sense of worth and self-worth here. So really tend to that, I think, right now. Make sure you reconnect with people, start talking to people, seeing where they are, asking how they are. We're in a interesting spot at the end of the year where we're really considering, okay, how has my year been? Where am I going? And we're really getting back into those goals. We're in Virgo season. So just stay focused on that. And honestly, I think, as Kathy said, make sure that your energy is in the right place, because you don't want to be drained from your job and then bring that energy to where you're looking at next. Get back into that core of who you are. List out the things that you value, list out the things that you want. Kathy had me do this the other week, where she's like, stop thinking about specifics and think about just in general what you want to experience. And it really absolutely helps. It really helps you to hone in on, okay, I want to feel valued. I want to use creative problem solving. I want to do these things instead of just, I want to mop up whatever and, do this and give IV, whatever it is. Be clear in what you want to experience, not the specifics. And I think that's going to really help you frame a good place of mixing where you personally want to go and where you want to be, as well as where you're needed. So get your energy straight, like Kathy is saying. And what I'm saying is network with your people right now. And I think you're going to be golden. That 2-3 months time frame feels pretty online with what I feel as well, that Kathy was saying. So thank you, Sandra, and good luck on this part of your journey.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for coming on.
Love tea, Melody. Hello, loves.
So I'm going to let Brandon just explain again what we had talked about at the beginning of the show, because I know you guys are just joining. And so we're just going to, we are changing the format just a little bit here. Brandon, did you want to explain that to people who are just joining us right now?
So due to our popularity increasing with the show, which is absolutely amazing, this change comes from good, positive energy and success. So we are going to have to create a little bit of a limit on what we do for our donations. So starting next week, and this may not be every single week, it may vary a little bit, and you will know ahead of time, but we're going to have to start putting a limit on the donation. So for example, likely next week, there will be like a $10 limit in order to get on our priority donation list. And that is just so we can honor and give people that come in and wait on our lottery an equal chance to receive a reading. So there will be a limit to get onto that list. And if you donate to that limit, for example, it might be $10. If it keeps increasing, we might have to also increase that. It's just so we can give the people who show up time and time again waiting for a reading a better chance to get a reading with our lottery list. So just stay aware of that. And we will definitely make sure that you know it at the beginning of the shows if there is a limit for the show that day. Again, we just want to give everybody an equal chance to be able to get on the reading. If, for example, you still want to donate and you donate under that amount, so say if it was a $10 amount minimum and you donated $5, what you do is you get extra lottery entries for your donation, which obviously increases your chance of winning a lottery reading for that day's show.
Yeah, you'll get at least two entries into the lottery. We'll give you 2 numbers, or possibly more, just really depends, but we will try to make it, so that it evens out. And again,
exactly.
Yeah, we
We're
want.
just trying to find a way to honor everybody. You know, we love that you guys come in time and time again and support us with your donations, but we love the people and we don't show them enough love, you know, by giving them readings here. The ones that just hang out and come every week and are waiting for that chance for a free reading. So this is our best way to solve that at this time. But, you know, as you all have seen, we're continuously growing. So things will change regularly as the show continues to grow.
But we hope
How
to
long have
make
we
it
been doing
better.
this? Exactly.
Oh,
These are all changes because of success. So,
yeah.
How long have we been doing this exact show, Kathy?
About a year. I think
Wow.
it's been about a year. And yeah, I think it's been about a year now.
My goodness.
Pretty sure. So Christopher, we did get your question. You don't need to keep posting it because we will see it. Like we do go down the list. Perry, if you're here, I know you're watching on Facebook. Please read the banner at the bottom of the screen here. It does show you how to go about getting a reading or to getting onto the reading list. It's just because Brandon cannot see if you are coming through from the I Want to Believe channel. It's okay, Christopher, no worries. The I Want to Believe channel or the or through Facebook. So you just go to Oracle Intuitions on YouTube and you'll be able to place a question there. All right. I believe, who's next?
Okay, next up, just trying to update the question list here. Next up is Jay. Just make sure Jay is here in the chats. And I'm updating the lottery list here. So just, I will be posting the updated list. And when you do see your name on that list, that means I do have your question and you are entered. I just want to give a shout out to Melody. Hi, Melody.
Hi, Melody. And Jay is here.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Jay. Okay. So Jay's question. Jay is a Leo. I feel like I'm job lost. Had tried 2 jobs and not feeling it. My question is, when will I find the right job?
Okay. When you don't hate me. Okay.
Are you going to be a smart ass?
A little. No. The first thing I keep hearing is that you're not going towards what it is that you really want and that you really enjoy. I feel like right now it may have more to do with a monetary need than anything else. But I really feel like Spirit is drawing you towards something. You may already know what this something is. Or at least have it, kicking around somewhere in the wheels in the back of our subconscious here. It's like you already know. You might have even, what's interesting. I keep seeing literally signs like billboards or something like that. So I feel like Spirit has been maybe perhaps giving you some sort of sign or some sort of direction towards what it is that I keep getting feedback. I don't know why. That's weird. So I feel like Spirit is giving you or drawing you towards something, but this is also coming from your subconscious. So this isn't about, just something random. It feels like something that you may have been thinking about, something that you've been wanting to do. Yeah, the jobs are kind of torture. Okay, pretty much it's about the salary really, and the jobs are kind of torture. So it just feels like you're not being drawn to, or you're not heading towards what it is that you truly want to do. I feel like I need to tell you this, and I don't know why, but I'm going to tell you to you anyway. A lot of times we go towards the things that are going to bring us that financial security. But here's the thing, is that when we go towards what it is that we love, and I'm just going to give a really bad example here. Let's say you love dogs and you decide to start a business being a pooper scooper. You know what? If that's where your thing is, go for it, right? If you decide I'm going to start this career because of this, because of these reasons, that's where that financial benefit comes in. But not only are you doing what it is that you really want to do, you're doing it for for the financial help that it's going to be bringing through. So I just keep hearing something is coming through, or you've been being guided towards something. I actually am getting here like 3 is going to be the lucky charm. Something about 3 being the lucky charm. I don't know. Why do I keep hearing something about a pool? I don't know what that's about. It's really weird. I don't know what that has to do with anything, and I don't even know if it has to do with you, Jay. Like a pool, like I keep literally seeing like a swimming pool, which is really weird. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if it has anything to do with you. If it does or doesn't, can you just clarify that for me? Because I don't know why I keep getting this visual image of that. And I'm not sure, like, again, I don't want to, sometimes if I have something in my head, I don't want to hang on to it. So if it doesn't belong to you, I can let it go. If it does belong to you, great. But that's what I keep actually hearing something about that. I really feel like you need to follow what it is that you love. Okay. Follow what it is that you love. This is going to be super important. And you know what? It's almost like I can kind of hear, I don't know exactly what it is that I love, but you do know. I applied a store manager. They use lots of water. I don't think that message about the pool was for you. I don't know, but sometimes I'll get an image and it may belong to somebody on the chat. It may belong, it might be just my brain being weird. I don't know. But I feel like there's more for you, Jay. There's more for you. Are you doing readings right now? Because that even might be something to start looking into. Whether it is through, maybe start with friends and family, start a small Etsy store, start, something along that line. I feel like this could be something that you could start to build a career off of. This is what I keep getting. It feels like you're getting drawn towards the spiritual realm in some way, shape, or form, in some sort of fashion. It may not maybe be doing readings. Maybe it's another aspect of, oh, okay. Stop for a bit. Got overwhelmed with some not so great. You know what? Set your boundaries, honey. Set your boundaries. And this will really help. When you have those boundaries set, and they're set in stone, and a lot of people don't do this, especially a lot of readers. They don't set their boundaries in stone, and they do so because they think that I'm going to be nice, or that I really want to help this person, or whatever it is. And then there are these people that just suck that energy right out of you, and they will continue to take it and take it and take it and take it until you're just kind of done with the experience of it. And it's like, really set those boundaries. So whether this is through an app, or possibly a site like a psychic site, or whether this is through possibly Etsy, or just advertising on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, I feel like this is something maybe perhaps that you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like spirit understands why you stop, but at the same degree, set the boundaries. Set the boundaries. So, I mean, when I'm working on a particular app that both Brandon and I both work at, I have a list this freaking long before for people to
It's
to
true.
order a reading with me.
I've
It's
seen
like
it.
I literally have hit every single point. Like, I don't do celebrity readings. I don't do readings for people that haven't talked to somebody in over 2 years. I don't do readings for people that saw somebody on a bus like 6 years ago and wondering if they're thinking about them. I have set my boundaries so so specific. And so I hope that helped. That's what I keep getting. I got scratched and electrical stuff, nightmares. Yeah, and grounding energy. It's just truly about grounding yourself. I've worked with the paranormal for years and years and years. And actually, you guys should really watch the interview that we did with Chris McKinnell.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch that.
Yeah, because that Chris McKinnell, if for who doesn't know, is Ed and Lorraine Warren's grandson. So the Warrens have been, in the paranormal field, the Warren family, Ed and Lorraine were, some of the starters in paranormal research. They weren't, the only ones starting, but they really truly helped, get it out into the mainstream. And so we did an interview. We did a 2-part interview. So it's 2 weeks. Definitely go and watch it, because there's some really, really, really good information that comes through there in regards to grounding, energy, spirit, all of
There was
that.
stuff I didn't even know. That was a very informative show.
Yeah, and it's so, if you guys, get a chance, definitely go there and watch it. And yeah, and Millwoods, and I'm just gonna, before I let Brandon out, I'm just gonna, shut it down a little bit here, because I don't want to go on for too long. But also with your own property, if you are in, an individual property, even if you're in an apartment, you can crystallize that apartment. So all 4 walls, north, south, east, and west, place a, couple of white quartzes there, put a lot of strong grounding energy and blocking energy, and that will really help as well. So,
all right. Okay. So Kathy gave you plenty of time, so I'm just going to get right to the point here, Jay, without any extra. Answering your question directly, I don't think you're going to find the right job, is what I'm being shown, because I'm looking at least at the next 3 years, and Spirit is showing me that it is not to be found. What they are showing me is that you are to create the right job. You are actively involved in the process of your profession. And they're showing me that it does come from the use of your intuition. So as soon as Kathy said, doing your own readings, ding, 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 all the pings were happening. You are to create the right job per your question. So I want to stay very clear to your question. Because that's how I think we should operate. So I'm not going to offer extra information unless the question is asked in that way. So don't look for the right job. You're here to create it. You're probably in just jobs that are passing the moment, passing the time, but it is, I feel, part of your purpose to be actively involved in that process. So enjoy that journey, because I have been there. I know what it's like. Kathy has been there. She knows what it's like to sell her soul to a company, but then also work for herself, as we were talking about in the very beginning of the show. It really is an honor. It's one of the most humbling things that you can do. It's very cool. Hi, Andrea. Really welcome, love.
Hey, Andrea.
And okay. I can't remember Cakeage's name. I cannot remember their name.
Yeah,
but welcome again.
Just make sure you give us your name, birth sign, question, all of that stuff. That would be great.
Yes.
So I believe who's next? Miguel?
Namie is up next. Namie, Pisces, of course, and looking for a general reading, stressing a lot, just needing to know anything you pick up on or anything my guides and angels want to tell me.
Okay. Namie, can I suggest something? I feel like you need to shut down the TVs. I feel like you're getting a lot of external energy. I really am getting a lot of energy that doesn't belong to you. Okay. I feel like family's good, things like that. But I'm really getting, especially with that Pisces energy, I'm really getting that the empathic part of you is starting to be an antenna. That's that's the first thing I pick up. I almost feel like you need to, shut down. Uh, and my mother blasts the TV. that's that's too funny. I hope it's okay if I post this up here. But oh, that's not it. Sorry. Things were moving too fast here. But yeah, I feel like it almost feels like you need to turn off the electronics, or somehow. Brandon, don't laugh. I love that. If you need to put on headphones, maybe listen to meditation through the earbuds, through the headphones, go for more walks, something along that line. I really do feel it just feels as though you're empathically picking up. You're like this great big walking antenna, and all of this energy is starting to surround you, overwhelm you, really put you into a place where your nerves are being shot. It doesn't feel like, besides maybe your mother driving you kind of crazy, everything else really does feel like it's moving, it's going. But because you're also picking up on this other energy, there's a lot of anxiety that's surrounding you at this moment as well. And, here's the thing, sweetie, again, don't hate me. Not only are you absorbing it, but you're giving it. And so you could, inadvertently be giving it to others around you. Not that you're trying to, but you know what I mean? Like when you're picking up so much, you that stress is kind of emanating from you, which could be affecting people around you as well. And so then you're picking up on the residual energy of them as well. So it's kind of like boom, 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 like this, like dodgeball to some degree, right? Like you hit something, it's coming back at you. Hit something, it's coming back at you. Hit something. Yeah. See, and anxiety, that's exactly what it is. It's like an anxiety attack. I feel like just really work on the grounding energy, and it will truly help. Grounding energy, the blocking energy, the bubble. I think you kind of remember the bubble. I know I've taught it on here before, and it's literally like take your hands, rub them together, and create a heat. And then what you're doing is you're actually creating an energy bubble coming from this, and keep concentrating on that energy bubble until it gets to a point where you can actually start bringing it over your head, and then bring it down, all the way down into the soles of your feet, so that your soles of your feet are also covered. And really work on that. And not only will that help with the anxiety, it gives you something to focus on. It will give you that energy bubble to start playing that, putting that concentration into you. But it also really grounds the energy that's coming around you. And it will prevent not only you from sending it out, but from you from receiving it also. I'm also hearing that you're picking up on like world, events, things that are going on, all of that. So I'm going to suggest something. You can take it or not take it. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Maybe start limiting your time on social media. Okay. You know what I did a couple weeks ago? I literally took off all of the news channels off of my feed. So I'm not getting any of the news channels anymore, because it was just so one-sided and I couldn't take it anymore. And I was losing my freaking mind. And I was getting to that point where I want to say I was about to become the keyboard warrior from hell. So I didn't want to do that.
Oh boy.
I had to back off, and I was like leading everything. And, and then I woke up, for like my routine is I wake up, I get my coffee, I turn on the news. And then this morning I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, F this. And I shut that down, and I was done. I was like, no more. I can't. I just can't. And I know what I'm being told by spirit. I know what I'm being told by spirit, and I have to stop. I have to go into myself and listen to that, my own intuition at this moment. I know what it is that I know, and I can't listen to the junk that's coming in and bombarding my brain. And yeah, crying because of your country, Cuba, and now things in Afghanistan. Try to unplug from it. Remember that God has a plan. We don't know the plan, but what we want to do is we really truly want to, when we focus on the good that God can do and the good that the universe can do, try to focus in on that, and it really changes the energy. You may not see a change immediately, but you will start to see those subtle changes. Here's the thing, guys. You're light workers, you're light warriors, okay? Or you wouldn't be here. Even if you think that you're as psychic as my coffee cup, that's wrong. Okay. We all have that energy. We all have that ability. And you're watching this program because something inside of you drew you to us. And it's not just for you to receive a reading. It's because of the fact that you are a light worker inside of you. You are an energy worker. So when we're focusing on all the negative and the bad and all of the crap that's going out there right now, start focusing in on you and who you are, and the truth that's coming through you, that is being delivered to you by God, by the universe at this time, because there's so much.
Yeah,
I hope that helps.
absolutely. So just real quick here, maybe we do have to move on. I absolutely feel this sort of friction coming against your energy. It does feel like it's hitting you from all different sides. I do feel that your own casual space is compromised right now. And it's just really the space that you sit in with yourself. I am getting a solution though. So what Spirit shows me is that they're showing me this beautiful vision of you kind of like in this cocoon. You're really wrapped and absorbed. You need to absorb and isolate into your own energy. So I'm getting a couple things here, however you can do this. I am really, really feeling a lot of salt water with where you need to be right now.
Brilliant.
And if you can get into an isolation tank or a sensory deprivation tank, I highly recommend doing that, as long as it doesn't make your anxiety too crazy. But something about you, it's just this feeling of you being in this water that matches the air. It feels like you're almost in this womb and you're blended with all the energy that's there. If you cannot get into a sensory deprivation tank or isolation tank, get into a salt bath. Give yourself a nice Epsom bath, put in some flowers, put in some essential oils, and just allow yourself to soak. Soaking is going to be huge right now for your energy. It's going to allow you to really just wrap up in yourself. You kind of need this cocoon. You need to reverberate your energy out and feel it reverberate back to you. You need to be surrounded in your own energy right now. Create this kind of mist, this energy, this space around you where, that cloud, the mistiness, the haziness only allows the things that you need and you want to filter through to come through in your energy. So you've got to create that space around you right now. So highly recommend the deep isolation tank if you can, but at the very least, get into some salt water.
Christopher is asking if there is a list. So I think we're almost done the donation list. Is that right? I think there's 2 more on the donation list.
There are 3 more on our donation list. Did you want to confirm Kalel getting on that list?
Oh, sure.
Yes, Christopher. So as I've been posting, here's the lottery list. Christopher, you're number 3. So that is your lottery number. If you hear that number call, that means you have won a reading. When we do get to the lottery list, we are currently on our donation list with only 3 people ahead of that. And so I think we're going to have to go ahead and, are we going to put that cutoff on now, Kathy?
Yeah, we're going to put the cutoff on now. So who's ever on the show at this moment is where we're going to stop with the readings. Okay, or not, we're not stopping with readings. Don't panic.
You just can't enter anymore.
We're not going to be entering more. So please do not, do not donate. Do not, do anything else. We're just going to stay with where it is. I mean, new people donating. If you're on the list and you want to guarantee yourself a reading, by all means, if you're on the lottery list, we can add you to the donation list, but we're not going to be taking any more. So that's where we're going to maintain it. And I think tonight we'll probably do maybe 2 of the lottery list, 2 or 3. We'll see how we'll see
We'll
what
get up to it. We're gonna cut off at the 2-hour mark for
Yeah.
sure. So once we hit that mark, that's when we're gonna definitely cut off all readings. So we're at 1 hour and 12 right now. So we got about 40
You're
minutes.
so welcome, Amy. Okay, so Miguel,
Taurus, of course, and general reading.
okay. I thought he was asking something about his work.
I did not see that. Let me take a look.
I could be wrong because it might have just. Miguel, did you have a specific question?
He just says, Nami donated for me, and then he also said for the both of us. So I don't see.
Okay, I think it had to do with him getting a job or taking over for a supervisor. I believe. Maybe you could just confirm that really quick, Miguel, if you're still here. Okay, so
Cliff, were you?
Have a great night.
Cliff, were you on our list here, mate?
No, I don't think he asked a question. I think he was just watching.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Cliff is awesome. Thank you so much, Cliff. Miguel. Okay, yeah. So, was that your question? It was something to do with your job. Oh, he's typing, she says. Okay, I do. My boss spoke about taking over when she retired. Oh, about you taking over when she retires. Yeah, but I keep hearing something about this will be a natural progression. What I mean by that is I feel like she does want you to take it over. I do feel that energy there. So when I talk about a natural progression, I feel like do you know when she's about to retire? Because this doesn't feel very far away. I'm not sure. Something about like it could be coming up fairly quickly. I don't mean like tomorrow, but it does feel like, fairly quickly. And when I talk about a natural progression, you will be landing like this will be, it's not going to be a struggle for you to go from one to the next. Okay. I do feel it will be a natural progression that will happen. So, there could be something about training coming through right away. Maybe she's going to have to show you something to do with the books or paperwork, something along that line. Okay, so she's in West Virginia looking at land because I feel like this will be a natural progression coming through for you is what I keep getting. I also have to ask you something very quickly off the thing. Something about one of your daughters. I believe it could maybe possibly the oldest daughter. I'm not sure. Don't let the stress get to you. I keep hearing that. Okay. I hope that helps. I don't know why I keep hearing it. Something about don't let her interfere with your energy. Everything is going to be fine. Like just, I feel like she's struggling a bit in something. Don't allow that, as her dad, be there for her battle, but you don't need to be the warrior to fight it kind of thing. If that makes any sense to you, like, you can be supportive, but don't let it interfere with things going on around you or interfere with your energy, if at all possible. Everything will work out is what I keep hearing. Okay. So I hope that helps.
So Miguel, real quick here. With the energy with your work, the one thing Spirit keeps showing me is just to make sure that you do not fight the obvious. There are things that come to you that are very clear, very intuitively brought to you as well. They're saying not to fight the obvious, just to remain in the flow. This does seem to be a regular challenge, I think, for you, because that energy, that kind of advice has come up a few times in connection with your energy. And so I'm being shown again, make sure that remains clear. The other thing I'm shown as far as you kind of taking over this portion of the business, Spirit keeps showing me as long as your heart is in it, this is an absolute go. an absolute go. 100%. Not a question about it. As long as your heart is in it, you go for it. And I think that's honestly why they're saying to not fight the obvious. Because when you love something, it's just so clear. You appreciate, you love the work. It comes from your heart. It comes from your soul. And it's barely work at that point. Yes, it can definitely drain your energy if things are, not moving as they should. But when it comes from your heart, it's a beautiful place to be. The last thing that I'm picking up here, I don't know if you have had any plans to do this or not, but Spirit is showing me to very clearly consider having the base of your business shift towards home or close to home in some way. They're showing me a lot of opportunities here. And I remember connecting with the energy about your home, you and Amy, and what you're building, what's being generated here in the land itself. And there is something very healing about this space that you would be able to kind of engross clients with. They come in, and every time they come there, it's like stepping onto the property, stepping out of their car and being there. It's just this immediate sense of just weights lifted and things being brought off of them. So really, I think consider that, because you'll be getting a nice boost of energy taking over this business, and a boost of people getting there, as well as like new blood. So it's like you've got this already sure thing, and then you're adding your own spice and twist to it on top of it, and it just generates more stability, more success. So really keep that in mind. Oh, look at that. It has to come from Cathy or Brandon, not me. Yeah, I just keep being shown. Home,
oh, yeah.
I just keep being shown, Amy. Home has opportunities, like opportunities coming from the home and the land itself. So
I really do feel that as well. I think that, and again, it could even just come through as a natural progression, right? Like the flow.
Don't resist the flow. Let it happen. Don't struggle against the flow.
I'm just changing the banner here. Our reading list is going to be closed for the night. So if you are just joining, please continue watching. Welcome. We're so so happy to have you here. Join us next week, and hopefully we can get you on at that time. So who is next?
All right, so let's make sure our love tea is here. Make sure love tea is in the chat. You're up next, love. You're very welcome, Miguel. Very, very welcome. And then we've got Kylel. Kylel? I can't remember how to say it. Wasn't it like Superman or something?
Yeah.
Khalil. I can't remember.
Hello.
So love tea, you're up next, and then Khalil. And then we will hop onto our lottery list.
Perfect.
Okay. Hello. Okay, cool. Thank you. So love tea sometimes pops in and out. So I think just so we don't hold up the show, because we have other people waiting, we'll just give the reading here. So love tea, your reading is starting at 1:20, 1:20, an hour and 20 minutes. So just awesome. That's noted here. Okay, so love tea is just looking for a love read, is all that she said. She is an Aries.
Okay. I don't know why. Okay. I feel like doors are opening. I don't even know if this is the same person. This even could be possible other doors that are currently open. I'm sort of wondering if you are in this place of deciding to start heading towards another door, or if you've had, some interest in opening the door at this time. I just feel like there are doors opening. Now, this could have to do with, I don't remember his name. Do you happen to remember his name?
I remember he's Capricorn, and R was the initial, I
believe.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Love T. I really feel like you are in this place of attracting energy. There's a lot of attraction energy around you. So I don't know if this is from but I'm getting more than just him. Now whether or not he's come forward in some way or not, it just feels like you're being noticed. You're being noticed. There's a lot of it's almost like you're sending out I'm hot vibes, and you know you're hot. You know what I mean? It's that kind of energy is what I keep getting. It almost feels like people are taking notice in some way about you, and it really feels like right now is your time to shine. I really get this. I kind of feel like to take the energy again. I don't know if R has come forward or if he's contacted. You might want to, if you want to confirm, that's fine. But I do feel here that there are opportunities coming through. I definitely still do feel with him, but I feel that there's other opportunities too. And I feel like he may actually end up with some choices, possibly if you choose to accept that mission. Okay. There may be some choices for you. He did last night, but it was so small. Okay. That's okay. You know what? I told you he would reach out. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good. I think it was around this time period that I told you, you know what? That's okay. The small is exactly it. Like opening, a little bit of door, a little bit of space. You're getting some more you are getting other opportunities though. Again, if you choose to take them, I do feel that other people have noticed you. That's going to be up to you to accept that or not. You don't have to. Just continue to stay in the energy that you're in right now, because it is drawing, it's magnetic, and it's coming towards you. So this is good. And I feel like that. I believe we even told you that it was going to start off small, but it's going to start increasing. So don't be in a place of, despair or anything, because the fact that it was small, it will start increasing. It will start coming towards you more and more and more. So I hope that's helped, Love T.
Yeah, this is exactly right, Love T. What I'm being shown just in your energy right now, as far as love energy, love life, they're showing me that little drops, little pieces are slowly adding up to the big picture. So it's like there are little, just little moments. You're adding one drop, one more drop, one more drop to the bucket, another drop, another drop, another drop. All of this is contributing to the security, the stability of the energy for a relationship to bloom and blossom. Now, as far as specific advice that I keep being shown for you, I know this might sound a little weird, but Spirit keeps showing me to kind of let the imagination take a little bit more of a focus right now. They're saying to remain grounded, of course, remain grounded in your energy, but allow this little bit of mental play about maybe you're imagining, fantasizing about things. They're really showing to have a good balance between the two, keeping your energy grounded, but also not being afraid to let your mind wander a little bit with where you feel you want your energy to go, where you feel you want somebody to receive your energy. Kind of allow that. Really what needs to happen is this sort of spiritual inspiration that needs to kind of come down into you. But some people cannot control that all the time. And so that's why, just let sit in the realm of that imagination right now, because you are going to be receiving some higher energies, some channelings into yourself, because you are looking for a spiritual union with somebody. So in order for that to happen, you've got to pull it down in yourself first. So let a little bit of play happen within the mind, but also keep your energy grounded here. Create that balance for yourself. Balance is important right now. Look, even what you said, I didn't respond because it was a childish energy, or childish in my opinion. So automatically that grounded, weighted energy is taking control, but you got to let the child play sometimes. If you think about it, we're all still children. We all still are those inner children. However much we've grown into adults, whatever mask we put on ourselves, we are still that person who is 8, 9, 15 years old. We've just, changed a little bit of shape. So don't lose sight of that, because honestly, this is one of my, and this is kind of for everybody. one thing that I always thought about, when people approach me with a problem, I am already automatically geared to just help them find a solution. Why? Because all I want to do is just play. Let's get your problems taken care of so we can just play, so we could just be kids again. Because that never really is, that part of us never goes away. We just lose it because we think, oh, we got to be an adult. No, it's okay to play as adults too. That's what living is all about. Kids got it right, man. They've got it right.
Exactly.
As far as when it comes to relating to other people, at the very least.
I hope that's helped, Love T. I hope that's given you, some help. Anyway.
Love guidance. All right. Yes. So we've got Kalel up next, and then we move on to our lottery list.
Okay.
All right, so Kalel, Zodiac, Sun sign, Capricorn, Moon, Leo. Yeah, Moon and Leo, that's me too. Wow, rising sign, Aquarius. Okay, I love all that detail. Love that information. So my question is, what
right there? Hey.
Mm-hmm. My question is, what does Spirit want me to know at this time?
Okay. Well, calm down. That was the first energy I felt. Isn't that weird? Calm down. Calm. Be calm. Calm. I keep feeling there's an energy here of when I say calm down, it doesn't mean, I don't mean that in a negative way in any way.
Yeah, that's a triggering statement right there.
Right? That's like, what do you tell a woman, to calm her down? Tell a woman to calm down. You're like, that's going to work all no, but that was it. And I'm going to tell you why that was the first energy that came through. Is it feels as though that was the first thing I heard. It was, and your guides are actually really funny, like in a good way. Like they're very, they wanted to come through really fast, and they're like, just can you tell him to calm down? Like just relax. It feels as though there's an energy here of pushing. Some sort of pushing energy. It feels like there is something here with you. It's like you want to create something very, very quickly, but you're not taking the journey to do it. I'm not sure if that's making any sense, but sometimes to get to that end goal, we have to take that journey. It's a very kind of common phrase, but your guides are really wanting you to explore things around you right now, energies around you. It's almost like stop and look at the stars for a bit, stop and look at the sky, go into the present moment, really enjoy this process is what I keep feeling. Something about the process. I don't know exactly what this has to relate to. It may have to do possibly with relationships but it's almost like you want something to come through, but they also want you to enjoy. Why are you giggling?
You'll see.
Okay. But they also want you to enjoy the journey and the path to get there. Okay. And that it's almost like I'm literally seeing this vision of like, in the movies where the kids would go out to, a cliff or a lake or something like that and lay across the roof of the car and just stare at the sky for a bit. And enjoy the stars, enjoy the night sky, enjoy that. This is what I keep getting shown for you. What you're wanting is coming, but you're not going to appreciate it as much if you don't enjoy the journey towards it. And that's what I keep hearing. So when they say calm and relax, they want you to truly enjoy this, because I feel like this is something amazingly special. But in order to appreciate that it's amazingly special, you have to enjoy the process getting there. And as soon as you start embracing that, you're going to really start seeing the light behind of everything that is trying to come towards you. So I hope that's helped.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Bye, Adam. Take care, mate. So Kalel, I notice that you have done something where you are actually trying to follow your heart. And what Spirit shows me is that it is not stable. It's not as stable as you would like. It's not as defined. And they're showing me, they keep saying, I don't know who this is. And I apologize if this is weird, but I just keep hearing, you can't control what you love, baby. And I don't know who the baby's coming from. It's got to be a guide or something, because I just keep hearing it over and over again. And they're just saying, you cannot control what you love or who you love, that your heart is pulled to places out of no sense of control from your brain. This is something that you cannot control. It is something that you are pulled to. It is something that your soul is pulled to. You just cannot control love. You can't control it. You can control how you react to it. You can control how you express it. You can control if you follow it or not, but you cannot control what you love. So you really need to keep this in mind. And I am actually, this is why I'm giggling, because I'm getting pretty much the exact same thing that Kathy is getting here. Just maybe with different expressions or ways of details. But what I'm shown is that you do need to get lost in this feeling. There does need to be a surrender into the feeling, into the experience, into the true emotion of it, and not your resisted emotion. So there's a difference, and you really have to you already know which one is which. You know when you're resisting, and you know when you're surrendering. And now is that time of surrender. Spirit shows me you literally getting lost in this feeling, like it just kind of overwhelms you. It expands from you. It expands in you. Like it's all embodying. And for you to get lost in it is okay. Your brain's going to maybe try and scramble for that control, but you got to tell the brain, yo, we got to chill out. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to gain insight, information, wisdom. You're going to gain experience that is to be expressed, communicated, at the very least needs to be written down. So I don't know if you've been writing lately, but you are absolutely some kind of writer in this way. You are or artist. You're doing something where you're putting down physically inspirations that are channeled mentally, intuitively. And this is something that has to be expressed in a way. It gets communicated with other people in some way. So getting lost, surrendering to the feeling, what is being led in your path right now has to do with the heart. You got to surrender to that heart, allow that to enter you, because what comes out is not just for the benefit of you. It is for the benefit of other people. Other people are going to learn or be inspired by what you're experiencing in this whole process. So I know that it feels weird, and trust me, that Capricorn moon, Capricorn sun, it really, wants to just, no, this is the way it has to be. But I have a Leo moon as well, and it needs to feel those intensity of sensations from time to time. The drama is real, mates. I feel it too. Trust me. It's like, I experience emotions, positive emotions, so intense and amazing.
I feel it too from him. I'm just teasing.
I mean, with that moon in Pisces, yeah.
Me and my Pisces moon with his Leo moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I heat up those waters. So, the negative ones can be really difficult too. So this is a time of surrender. Really let yourself get lost in that love and that experience, because it has a lot to offer you. So yes. We do hope this helped.
And I hope it's given you some insight. I just want to comment here.
Yes, exactly.
We did stop the readings for the night. We did close the list for the night. But please join us next week, and absolutely, watch the beginning of the show, because we do give a lot of information about how to get readings and everything like that. So if you at least watch like the first few minutes of this show, just rewind or whatever, you'll kind of see what we're talking about. I hope it's given you some insight. Yeah, wants to.
Hello. All
Yeah.
right, let me just point this out. You know exactly what Kathy and I are talking about. And the
Mhm.
fact that you did not have to ask specifically about it, the fact that Kathy and I read right on that, it should be telling you everything that you need to know right now. It is time to go with that flow.
Yeah.
You got to learn. And honestly, it's going to be really good for your own personal future too, to learn to balance between the two. That you're gonna have this ability. I see it so clearly in the future. You're gonna be able to turn it on and off as you need. You're gonna sense something. You're gonna sense an energy and be like, oh no, I know it's time to go with the flow, and it goes like this.
Yeah.
I wear this color, or I eat this thing, or I fast, or
I'm directed to this place, or
you'll be able, honestly, and with that Capricorn sun, that's actually a really great way to do it, is give yourself a physical trigger. Be like, oh, okay, well, I turned the purple lights on because now I know I'm surrendering, or I'm wearing purple and now I know I'm in that space of going with the flow.
Yeah.
Versus when I know I need to be in control, I wear, bold colors, or I wear black, or I wear, something clear. Doing something physical would really help that Capricorn sun and that brain to really embrace this concept for yourself. Because I see you being able to turn it on and off as you personally need to.
And spend some time underneath the stars, wherever you need to go with,
That would be so
enjoy
great.
the journey. That's what I keep, relax and enjoy the journey. It's all coming. Just relax and enjoy the journey. So we have to move on. We are going to go to our
Lottery.
lottery.
All right, let's do a roll call here. So we've got Esha, we've got Lucy, we've got Christopher, we've got Shanae, we've got Donna, we've got Melody. If y'all are here, then please sound off in the chat. Also, if you got a reading today, and then you want to let us know how accurate or not accurate or what it provided you with, leave a comment at the end of the show. Just saying your opinion about your reading and how things were. We would love to read after the fact, and we can respond to you too if there are moments where you might need clarity. Kathy and I might pop on and look at the channel and see a comment there and respond to you there.
We will, but we will try as much as possible.
Yeah.
But remember that we do, we are here every week. So if you need to, we can always clarify as we go, do more readings and stuff too. So
absolutely.
We got Melody, we got Christopher, we got Lucy, and we got Shanae here. Okay.
I don't know. Oh, okay. I see Shanae. Are we missing one? Donna. I don't see Donna. I don't see Esha.
I believe that Donna was in the originally in the Facebook, so she might have put it.
Yeah, I know she
gone back to
over.
Facebook. I'm not sure, but
oh, look at that.
I kept having to watch the stars all off. So I'm so happy to hear that. I love
so
this.
Cool.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, Deborah's here. She is in Facebook, so we can always just our next.
No, I don't have a
No,
Deborah.
it's not
I have
Donna.
a Donna.
Oh, Deborah. Okay, so Deborah, yeah. Next week, absolutely. Just remember though to be on to the Oracle Intuitions YouTube channel. We
that
do
is where you get the
on the Facebook, just to help people out as much as possible. But Brandon or who's ever moderating, because we are trying to get our moderator back. She's just busy moving. But they can't see the Facebook and they can't see the I Want to Believe channel. So that's why we ask everybody, to go there to place your questions. So I hope that helps. And I'm so grateful because I just kept seeing the stars. So I'm so glad.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the lottery numbers.
All right. So if your number is called and you're not here, you do lose your spot. So just keep that in mind. So that's why we do a little roll call. And if we haven't heard from you and your number was called, we're probably just going to skip over you. So that's why it's important to do the roll call. We don't want to waste time. We want to give everybody an equal chance that we can to get it reading. We know that you value us. We value you. It is a big value love fest up in here. And so that's why Kathy and I are modifying things to give everybody, you know, the best quality stuff we can here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got my random number generator open. We've got about 20 minutes to do these lottery readings, so we'll fit however much we can into them. So here we go. Numbers 1 through 6. Let's generate some numbers. First up is number 2.
Who's that?
That is Lucy.
Okay. What did Lucy want to know?
All right. So Lucy, hi. Will my financial life improve? Lucy is Gemini sun, Cancer rising, Capricorn moon.
What's the sun? Sorry.
Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. Okay. Financial situation improve. Gemini. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Lucy. Are you waiting for something to come through or come in or something to switch or change? I literally see a place of waiting here is what I keep getting. It's like you're waiting for something. I don't know exactly what it is. If this could be maybe a payout, a bonus, maybe, you know, an advance, something like that. This is what I keep getting told. I'm literally seeing, okay, 2 inheritance. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's going to improve. It's going to make a lot of huge changes for you, I feel like. Just be patient. I do feel that there's some paperwork or something it needs to be. I'm literally seeing money bags. And that's why I had to ask if you were waiting for something, because it felt as though you were waiting with your, like, it was sort of like these money bags were dropping from the sky to you. One on your mom's side and one on your dad's side of the family. Yeah, it is coming through. You don't have to worry. The inheritances are, you know, coming through. I'm sorry for your losses, by the way, as well. But they are making their way towards you. They will be here. I can't quite give a date simply because of the fact that I do feel that there's a lot of legal, court in January. Okay. There's a lot of legal
I was
crap.
feeling
I'm
that too.
feeling like a lot of legal crap that has.
Anytime legal stuff comes up, it always gets like shrouded. That's why a lot of
There's
psychic
so many
places.
people that are involved, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it you know, and when it has to do, you know, with this kind of stuff, it just feels like there's so much stuff that.
Well, I want to share real quick, Kathy, why I think that this is. So, oftentimes, you know, you'll see a lot of psychics say no legal or no health or things. So when you think about legal, if you think about every legal institution, they all have a symbol. They all have a symbol where energy sort of channels into. And if you know anything about symbolism or have studied symbolism, symbolisms create either energetic blocks, barriers, or they create energetic vibrations that only a certain vibration can enter through. That's why corporations use symbols to get into your brain, to remember things, you know, like marketing, etc. So all legal institutions have a symbol. And so sometimes those symbols block energy out. That's why legal things are their own little energies or associations. If you look at legal word, it's like magic words. It's crazy. Think about contracts that you've signed. You are literally signing things that you know are legally binding for the very specific language of the law, which is magic. That's literally word magic.
I just want to comment on a couple of so for those watching off of Facebook, Lindsay and Christina, so our readings are closed for the night. You know, again, you know, you can watch the beginning of the show because this will tell you how to get onto the reading list. Christina, if you're skeptical, by all means, please be here next week. We don't have time to really explain it to you now because we are trying to get through our readings. However, watch the show. You will see. You know, that's all I can say.
Yeah, just go back a few readings just
live
now.
chat that's coming through, you know, off of YouTube. If you go to the Oracle Intuitions, you'll be able to see the live chat replay as well. And that's, you know, or come on and watch the show. So Oh, there's my phone ringing. Okay.
Oh, Kathy's timer.
I wish. But yeah, so anyway, Lucy, I hope that that's helped. And
Yeah, I just want to throw in the last bit here of what I'm feeling, Lucy.
I just have to run.
Definitely do feel.
So I'll be right back as you're talking. Okay.
So I do feel, Lucy, yeah, that there is a change as far as your financial status. Spirit keeps showing me change in path, opportunities fall upon you. So Kathy was pretty spot on there in picking that up. What I am being shown, though, as far as the money when it does come in, is their Spirit is showing me to be very, very conscious about investing it. They do keep showing me not to let it fly out the window. They keep showing me to invest specifically. They're also showing me a female or feminine energy person here. Somebody who has, they keep saying, this girl has a lot of potential and she just needs to be invested in. So I don't know who this is, who is close to you, but they are showing me that she has an energy of worth being invested into. But they're also showing, to take care of yourself too. But they're specifically giving me the impression of somebody who has dreams, who's ready to create this movement in their life. And they just need some kind of little boost or support. That's what I want to do with it, is invest it. Okay, good. First of all, then just sit on it. If you don't know what to do with it, just sit on it right now. Hold it. Don't just go willy-nilly. And don't just take risks or gambles right now. This is not the time to do it. But they are showing me that how, with you sitting on it, and with you putting it in the right places, you literally like double and probably even triple the investments that you already have. So just, I think, keep it in mind. Yeah, good. Put it in a bank, let it sit there. You're going to know the right moments for it to happen. So this isn't the time to take risks or anything like that with it. It's supposed to be going into the right places, and you're going to know them when they come up. And of course, you can always come back here and check in with us, and we can help you, figure out if that energy fits right, if it's not. Of course, all your choices will be yours alone. We can only tell you the energy of things. So if you make an investment, that's going to be your own choice, but we can definitely help to tell you what we feel from the energy of it. So if you do feel like that is needed, come on back. We would be glad to help you with that. All right. Thank you, Lucy.
Hope it's helped. And thanks again for watching.
Yeah.
Right. Who is next?
All right. We got about 10 minutes. We might be able to fit one or two in here. Mm-hmm. So let's see what we get. Pull up my random number generator here. And we've got number 6, our Melody.
Okay. Melody. And what did Melody want to know?
Melody is also a Gemini. Love all my Gemini peeps. May I ask what psychic abilities or talents that I should focus on developing?
Okay. So Melody. It's interesting, Melody. It almost kind of goes with your name, which is interesting, because that was the first thing that kind of come through. Is I do feel there's a lot of audio energy that comes through in some way. It's like you might what do they call that?
Clairaudience.
Clairaudience. Thank you. Hearing things. So it's weird, because I don't know if you have this ability or if you've discovered this ability yet, but what I keep hearing and feeling is that it's almost like you hear a conversation and you hear the undertones or something underneath the conversation. I hope that makes sense. Or you may hear spirits, or you may hear something underneath. It's like when somebody is speaking, you might hear the truth behind a situation rather than the words that they're speaking. I do get a lot of that. Clairsentient, I'm also hearing.
That's what I'm hearing as well.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the clairsentience very strong.
I feel like working and starting with these two, it's again, if you go back and watch, I can't remember if it was part 1 or part 2, when we talked to Christopher McKinnell the other day, Chris McKinnell on if you look on my channel here, we do talk about, your gifts and people that wanting to develop their gifts. And the thing is, it's very much a step-by-step process. So start with what you know. And as you're working through what it is that you already know, you will discover more and more. And there are times, throughout the year, well, I'll have to shut down because there are downloads coming. And then when I'm allowed to open up again, it's like, whoa, where did this gift come from? It's like I just expanded, or I took what gift it was and I like made it stronger. So I do hear those, and sometimes I fall asleep before I fall asleep, things like that happen. Listen to those messages because I feel like they're very important and they are guiding you. Okay, so do listen. Maybe keep a journal beside the bed or something like that. So, yeah, I hope that that's helped.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like that's all I can really, the advice, that I can really give at this moment. I do want to kind of get one more reading in, but
Yeah,
Brandon, do you have anything?
absolutely. Yeah, so clairsentience, that definitely feels the way to go, Melody. Spirit keeps showing me you developing this really beautiful relationship with your aura. And they're showing me that the more that you focus on clairsentience, the more that your abilities stretch
Yeah.
out over space. And that's going to be huge. Now, I also am picking up that you do have an ability to speak with the dead. The more that you can open up with this
That might be
clairsentience.
where where the audio sentient is coming through as well, especially if you're hearing it before you fall asleep.
Yeah, yeah. I do feel like this is going to be opening up soon. It feels natural, like it's going to open up soon for whatever reason. I feel like you're hitting a precipice in your life. Where different things are being awakened in yourself. But I think honestly, the more that you do focus on clairsentience, the more that you're going to start getting these messages. There are going to be souls, spirits, non-human entities that come into contact with yourself. I mean, as we talked about in that show with Chris, it happens all the time. We don't even notice it, but I think you're going to be noticing it. I think you're going to notice, you probably already notice weird things happening around you. But Cathy would be really great to dive into this with. She does have experience with paranormal and with mediumship work. So I know that she would probably have some good, solid advice for you. But focus right now on clairsentience. Focus on your aura and its reach. And just allow the process. Keep your energy high, of course. Stay high vibration through all of this process because you don't want anything negative lingering around you. So always make sure that you have a sense of grounding and that you are in a high vibration. It's very important. But focus on that clairsentience.
Yes.
Honestly, it's going to make your brain quiet. And it feels like that's kind of needed. You're going to need that space. What was your moon? Did you say your moon? Oh, no, everybody else said their moon. That was somebody else. I'm curious what that moon sign is. You're very welcome, Melody. Enjoy this journey. And honestly, I'm excited to see it. If at some point, Cathy and I have brought them on before. We have brought on guest readers, which we do, we do our interviews on Sundays. But if we have our listeners who are developing and you all are interested in coming on and giving readings, shoot us a message. We might consider that, we might consider putting you on the show. I think that would be really cool.
It'll be good practice for you too. So.
Absolutely. And you got people with you supporting you, that might be able to help out with that comfort too.
Guide you through it. So yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's do one more, Cathy. You up for it?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Last one is one of my favorite numbers, number 3. That is Christopher.
Yay! Okay, Christopher, you are our last reading for the night. Welcome. Okay, Christopher. So here's the thing. I was really hoping your name would get called because your friend has been coming through. Now,
oh, look at that. That's perfect.
I am gonna tell you one thing though. They passed on. Okay. So how this works, okay, and I have to explain this first, okay, is that when people have newly passed over, they are still going through a struggle and a phase within themselves. It's not so much a
Mhm.
struggle. I don't mean struggling energy. I don't mean that they're suffering. Okay. I don't
No,
mean it
just
that
think of
way.
a baby. When a baby comes into this world, they
They
don't
still have to
it's a
learn.
shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to learn. They have to go through the process. I would love to give you a deeper reading in a few months from now, possibly when uh Calvin, is this correct? Is that the name? Is
Yeah,
that
my friend Calvin sadly passed away on the 1st of August in a motorcycle accident. I was
yeah.
wondering if he has any messages for
Okay.
me,
Well,
Calvin.
I heard him say his name. So I was pretty sure that that was the name. So I feel like right now I may not be able to interpret everything. Okay. I have to ask a question though. Who does he have kids? Or somebody has kids? This is you, him, maybe nieces, nephews. I don't know. I do hear something about children. Is that a yes for the children or is that yes for something else? I'm not sure. Um, I keep hearing something about children, and I don't know whose children exactly that these are or where they belong to. So the image that I am being shown and told is I do see him standing with the bicycle helmet on his like in his hand on his side. This is the image that comes through. He's telling me, oh yeah, little sister. Okay. Um, uh, is she like a child? I don't want to say, I don't know. It's just something about child, like it could be childhood. It's very still a little bit unclear. I do hear something about this being quite quick. Okay. This was quite quick. It was quite a shock, but he saw it coming. Okay. There was a moment of clarity where he saw something coming, like he knew he wasn't supposed to do something or something wasn't supposed to happen. Um, it's like, but there was not really time or energy to really react. Okay. There is a sense of sadness about him, but it's mostly because I feel like he knows that he's left people. Okay. You being one of them. Um, he's not, you know what, there I feel like he had a good sense of humor in there, like he had a good sense of humor because he's kind of taking it a bit in stride. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but it's kind of like his own, to some degree it's his own fault. I'm trying to be careful, with wording. I don't want to put anybody in a place, of sadness, but to some degree, again, it's like he kind of knew, he kind of saw, and there again, there is a sense of sadness because he's left people, but at the same degree, he's okay. Like he really is okay. He is learning, the other side at this moment. He does come through for you though. So I do feel either you felt his essence or his presence. Maybe on, so I feel like something about talking. So have you felt or had these urges to talk to him or maybe call or pick up? Because he's saying something about talking, like a continuous talking, or, I still hear you talking, like it's okay to talk to him. It's okay to still have those, the conversations that you used to have. Um, he does hear them. He may not. Yeah, he is okay. He's perfectly, he's fine. Um, but this is the energy that I keep getting through. Like he's going to be okay. He's okay. Um, okay. So I keep getting shown. I don't know. I don't know. You're going to have to again clarify. Came to you in a dream. Okay, good. Um, was there a living room or something where you guys used to hang out, maybe watch TV or play games or so? I don't know. Something. He's showing me some kind of room that maybe you guys used to hang out in. Um, Perfect. And yeah, and still talk to him when you're by yourself. Continue talking to him because he's listening. He hears everything that you say. Again, I keep getting something to do with a room. Like I feel like this could be playroom, not a playroom, but like a, gaming room, or maybe a living room or something along that line. He keeps showing me. I'm not exactly sure. I keep seeing like there is like a TV possibly in there, but he keeps showing me something to do with that. And I do feel like there is maybe you guys like hang out there, or again play games there, or something like that. He's showing me this room. So if this is in your house, by all means, continue having those conversations. He's kind of giggling in a good way. It's a good laugh. When you say you still talk to him when I'm by myself, he's like, oh, one of your friends sheds. Okay, well that makes sense. Because he just kept showing me it was like a room, or something where you guys used to hang out, or whatever it was. So when you're talking to him, he's saying, I am hearing you. I do listen. I am hearing everything that you're saying. Sometimes I'm just like this. But he goes, I do respond, but you can't quite hear me. So maybe listen to some of the things around you, or pay attention to some of the things that are happening around you. You might even get a response, something like, a song coming through, or, maybe, a commercial that all of a sudden says something to do with the words that, you were just talking about, or something along that line. Or even pay attention to some of the things that are appearing around you in some manner, because he does show me that he is listening. He's not getting frustrated by trying to communicate with you. He just finds it kind of funny that he's hearing everything that you're saying, but that you're not hearing him. And and he kind of giggles. He's kind of like, oh, that's typical, ha ha ha, kind of laughing, it's kind of funny. So maybe that was a private joke between the two of you, but he is okay. He is okay. And he will continue to. Now you have to remember, he is around you. It's kind of like, when you need him, when you call him, when you're talking to him, he hears that and comes. He is with other people too. Like, I do feel some of his family, maybe possibly, it could be this child that I felt. This could be the sister. But he does travel, and he does come and visit you quite often. Okay. It's like regular time. I don't know what that means. Regular time. So maybe you guys had a time that you guys used to hang out, or maybe particular days. I don't know, something to do with that. But this is what I'm hearing. So he is around, and absolutely continue talking.
Absolutely. I am picking up on one message here specifically, Christopher, that I do want to share. It just kind of, I keep hearing it over and over. It feels like what he's saying is, stop putting your faith into false people. He's like, I keep hearing this. He's like, dude, you have no idea how connected you are. And he's like, every time that you put your faith into somebody false, you dim your light. And he's telling me, he's like sick of you seeing you dim your light. He doesn't want to see you suppress that anymore. He's like giving me all these indicators about you having this belief in yourself and how connected you actually are. And he's like, God, I wish we had known this together, is what I keep hearing over and over. So he's like, do not put your faith into false people. He really wants you to have this belief in yourself and how connected that you are, because you keep dimming your light by allowing these other, I don't know, I hope you know what these false people are. And if not, maybe start paying attention, to the people who are genuinely connected to you or looking out for you. Try and not determine that by emotions. Try and determine that by action, because he's saying, he's giving me that cliche, actions always speak louder. And he's saying to pay attention to how people act, especially when you feel that you need them. And that's why he's giving me this very clear vision of you kind of in your own self. This kind of light beams from you, and you've got your hands outstretched like this, and you have this beautiful channel of a connection in your own body, and you feel in your own place. So I think just be aware of that. That's the only message that I'm getting through with this.
I feel like Christopher is saying, he says, yes, I do. So I do believe he understands what it is that you're saying.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. I'm also hearing too, if you need clarification, to ask him. And again, pay attention. When we say pay attention, it doesn't mean ask a question and then automatically look at the TV. Okay. Sometimes when we let go of that answer, because it does take a lot of energy for them to come through and to give off that message, but just start listening, start, paying attention to the things around you. Because I do feel that when you ask him a question, he's trying to get that answer through, but it might be delayed, right? It may not be immediate. It may not be, responsive right away, but do pay attention, because you will get that answer. Don't doubt the answer that comes through. And I feel like that has something to do with what Brandon was saying too. Don't doubt the answer. Okay. So, I hope that helps. And, I hope that gave you some peace, some clarity. And
Yeah, give it still some time. Like Kathy said, when we transition from one phase to another, it takes us time to acclimate, and time moves differently when we're in spirit than when we are in linear time frame as a human. So
yeah,
give it a little bit of time, to pass on Earth, because it does help with their energy to come through.
it really does. Guys, thank you everybody for watching tonight.
Beautiful show today. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, all the new people that joined us. Melody, thanks for sticking with us, love.
And, guys, we will be here again on Wednesday. We'll be here on Sunday at 2:00 for a special reading show, or not a special reading show, for a special guest. I'm not exactly sure who we're having yet. So, give me some, have some patience with me. But again, thank you so much to everybody. Many blessings. If you would like a full reading, you can reach Brandon at
thedreamteacher.com. Head on over there, hook up with me. We'll be good to go.
And if you want a reading with me, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com, or through my Facebook or my Instagram at Oracle Intuitions, or at oracleintuitions1111@gmail.com. Remember, guys, we do not do free readings except for here on the show. So I'm going to leave it at that. Take care. Have an amazing week, and many blessings, guys. Thank you
Bye,
so
everybody.
much.
Thank you.